boom. So actually we have a T minus from where the impressions of transactions start happening in the brain of a child. And later on, whatever happens according to the theory of transactional analysis is regurgitation and superimposition of similar kind of recordings. And there are quite a few theories, but Johari's window is one of them, which says that those recordings start defining who am I. And you can see the difference. What the individual person thinks of himself or herself and what the individual thinks others think of himself or herself are two separate entities that start playing a role in my mind. For example, I think I am a good maths student but a bad geography student. Then I think you think that I am actually a very bad student. So even if I think I am good in maths, I think you think I am bad in maths. Now you see the levels of complication. In fact, we can take an example of right here, all of us in this room. There are a few of us, each of us, who are in this room. You are in the room. Then you are thinking you are in the room, which is a completely different entity. And then you are thinking, others are thinking you are in the room, which is a third entity. And if you expand that, you will find that actually there is a whole democracy, Indian democracy sitting in your brain. And each is a compilation of recordings in the brain that had started when you were a child. So people tell us, be consistent. Bhuvan, today you are wearing this shirt, tomorrow, and every wife has a right to say, you never know how to wear proper clothes. I think I know how to wear proper clothes. I am wearing proper clothes, but I think she thinks I am not wearing proper clothes. So the challenge of consistency, in my opinion, cannot be resolved because the recordings are contradictory, conflicting. And even if they are not conflicting, they are different. And that is the basis for what we call, I'll state this slightly, formation of ego. Now Freud has done a phenomenal amount of work with ego, his id, ego and superego. But Eric Berne was the person in 50s and 60s who actually diluted. It's like Freud is ghee. You can't drink ghee. Kathy is smiling because lunchtime is coming closer. And you have to allow me to cut your story because you are the only person who will forgive me, right? And you are saying, no, what do you think? Eric Berne respected Freud, but diluted it to a level where you can drink it. And then you can go into Freud if you wish, not that I want to go. So, we Berne and Wiley Benfield, I'm talking about them as well, studied these recordings that happen in our brain. It was actually based on Jose Delgado's Spanish bull experiment. This is actually a very scary experiment. I got a video, but I don't want to show it right now, about 2-3 minutes. But you can always Google Jose Delgado, or in India we can call him Jose because it is J-O-S-E. He implanted certain electrodes in a bull, in two of the brain areas, one of anger and one of fear. And then, without any protection, in front of reporters, he stepped in the ring and he pressed the enter button. And this is like 300-400 kilo with these bombs and all. If he comes charging at us, there is no chance. And he pressed the enter button. And the bull charged. And when the bull is about to attack him, just a few, like 3, 4, 5 feet away, he pressed the fear button. Not only the bull froze, it actually turned away and ran away in the ring. This was a breakthrough experiment and has scary applications in military, in political activists. I don't know which countries are using this, very scary. But our interest today is in trying to figure out how this experiment relates to our definition of who am I, our definition of our ego. Because as our enlightened friends tell us, if I know who I am, other problems will solve. That's the key problem. And his experiments continue and became very popular. And a Canadian neurosurgeon, Dr. Wilder Penfield, he picked up on these experiments, and I don't know if there is a brain surgeon sitting here, if he or she is, forgive me, but I'm going to talk about what I know. That there are certain brain surgeries where the patient cannot be made completely unconscious because you need to touch certain temporal lobes of the patient to ask him or her, now move your hand, do you feel something here or there, so that they know which part of the brain is damaged. What Dr. Wilder Penfield did, he put the patient on the operating table, the patient is conscious, and he started touching certain areas of the patient's brain and said, what's happening? Can you describe? One patient said, oh, mummy is sitting there and she is playing the piano. Another patient said, sulfuric acid. Oh, I love the smell of sulfuric acid. And while the Penfield think sulfuric acid is so putrid, or whatever the cleaning agent is. But this patient's father was a medical doctor in a hospital, and the cleaning acid that they were using when he was a little child, the smell of that acid used to make him very happy because daddy is there and he's going to go and meet daddy. The lady who said, I can see my mother playing the piano, had lost her mother when she was 4 or 5 years old, and the impact had formed recordings in the brain. It's funny, railways fascinate me, and the smell of a large goods train going on railway track, that burning smell, because my father was a railway station master, late father, Krishna Rao Nehekar, who retired from Baroda station. So when I take a train, the noise of the train actually makes me go to sleep peacefully. Whereas with my wife, or with quite a few of you, the noise of the train you can't sleep. I can't sleep in the noise of a plane or a bus, but train, different. Childhood recordings from very early age. Now observe that, and this is Eric Berne's classic statement, which I have put in my office in University of South Florida. And Professor Tom Becker, who is one of the most well-known psychologists in America, and he's a full professor in my university, actually started chatting with me because I have a picture of Eric Berne. But the classic statement, this one, is what I have put in. And I want all of us to pay a bit of attention to this. Most of what we relive, we cannot remember. Someone is reliving a mother playing a piano, but in her day-to-day life she will not remember. You and I are reliving so much of our childhood. That's why the fascination, ये कागज की कश्ती, ये whatever the Jay Singh sang, ये दौलत भी ले लो, ये शोहरत भी ले लो, मगर मुझको लौटा दो बचपन. So all those recordings are absolutely loved by us, even if they are painful, even if they are miserable. We hold on to them, and the entire framework of transactional analysis starts with the fact that we cannot remember what we are reliving. That means if you were brought up by the side of a bus station and you have left the bus station and gone away somewhere and there is no buses around you, you are on an island, and suddenly someone on your radio or somewhere plays a recording of a bus starting. You relive, but you can't figure out what is happening. Haven't you all experienced sometimes in the evening? It happens to me very often. I live in Kashi Vishwanath Society on Lal Bagh Road, and there is a Kashi Vishwanath temple there. And this is a charming temple. I have been going there since 1966-67. And in the evening, sometimes if I put a dhoop and somebody rings the bell of the temple, suddenly it is like my house is empty right now, but I feel the presence. I feel the presence of my parents, feel the presence of a light.